So we're now recording. So we're at Loughborough Test Centre. We're parked just adjacent to the test centre because there's tests going on at the moment. So the examiner has asked me some show me tell me questions and he's outside getting the car ready to go. He's asked me to get in and just have a sit. I've put my seatbelt on and Louise has very kindly offered to act as my examiner. So she's now got in and told me to drive on when I'm ready, so I'm starting the car. Car's going to be at the biting point, ready to go. Going to check both blind spots. Finish over on my right hand side because I'm driving forwards. So a quick look into the car park, see it's all safe to go, which it is. And then Louise is going to very kindly ask me to turn right at the end of the road.
Right at the end of the road?
So I'm going to check my centre mirror and my right mirror. I'm going to signal upwards. I'm going to position the car just to the left of the centre line. I'm going to cover the brake and the clutch. Now it's quite a narrow junction that I'm driving into, so I'm going to use first gear. I'm going to have the clutch ready at the biting point. I'm going to have my foot over the brake just in case. So I'm looking right, left and right. I'm right opposite John's Skill and Martial Arts and Fitness Centre. Got cars coming from my immediate left and I've got cars coming from my right. I've got a pedestrian as well on my left hand side. And again, I'm just looking for space and signals. So the space is there now, so release the handbrake, driving into the new road. Steering to the right, steering to the left. Check my centre mirror and my right mirror as I exit, and then make sure I press the gas pedal. Now, as I drive towards the Midlands Cooperative Funeral Service, my examiner's not said anything, which is going to tell me that I'm going to be following the road ahead. So I've gone past a little house nursery, and I actually want to be in the right hand lane, so I centre mirror, right mirror to move over, and I'm keeping the left lane, the white line on my immediate left hand side, because right where it says For the Joy of Chips and Coventry University College, the road now is going to split into three. So I'm going through the set of traffic lights, so centre mirror, right mirror if I need to change my speed, and I can see Premier Inn directly ahead of me. So the speed limit at the moment is still 30. Got pedestrians still to the left and to the right of me. Got vehicles just about to overtake me. Got pedestrian crossing ahead, so I'm just going to check my centre mirror and my right mirror in case I have to change my speed. Got vehicles potentially emerging to the right hand side. And I'm seeing signposts now for Napperton and the town centre. So the examiner's not said anything again, so I'm going to keep the white line directly on my immediate right hand side. And by the noodle bar, the traffic lights have just changed to flashing amber, so centre mirror, right mirror to go through. Again, still maintaining my road position with the white line to my immediate right hand side. Still seeing signs that the road now splits into three. So the road to the left is for lorries, and the two roads round to the right, one goes to Napperton, one goes to the town centre. Just going to reduce my speed now as I begin to start to steer, and then I'm going to keep the road position right over by the curb. No need to signal, but I'm going to be following the road round to the left. So centre mirror, left mirror, and I'm in second gear and I'm doing approximately 10 miles an hour. I'm back into a straight line, centre mirror, right mirror before increasing my speed. We're overtaking parked vehicles on our left, so centre mirror, right mirror. I can pass the church. Centre mirror, left mirror to come back to the curb again. We're just driving past William Jarvis, Ingle Pingle to our right, and again more vehicles on our left, so centre mirror, right mirror coming out to approximately a metre's distance, and centre mirror, left mirror to come back to the curb. So I've got a dual carriageway sign directly ahead of me, and the examiner is going to very politely ask me to take the next road on the left.
Well, next road on the left?
So I'm going to check my centre mirror and my left mirror. I'm going to signal downwards. I'm going to make sure that I stay approximately a metre's distance from the curb. I'm going to slow down to about 10 miles an hour again. I'm going to change back to second, bring the clutch up to halfway. I'm going to steer to the left, and then I'm going to steer to the right, and then I'm going to check my centre mirror and my right mirror as I exit. Okay, more parked cars on my left hand side, so my road position allows me to go past them, and it's centre mirror, left mirror to come back to the curb. And the examiner's going to ask me to pull over on the left in a safe, legal and convenient place, please.
Pull over to the left in a, what you just said, place,
in a
please?
safe, legal and convenient place. So centre mirror, left mirror. I'm going to close the distance to the curb, and I don't need to signal because there's nobody ahead of me or behind me to benefit. And I'm not going to stop blocking anybody's driveway. So clutch goes down, brakes go on, keep my feet perfectly still, and brake neutral. And then the examiner's just going to ask me to drive on when I'm ready, please.
driver when you're ready, please.
So I'm going to get into first gear, clutch up to the biting point, tiny little bit of gas, reach up my left shoulder, my right shoulder, making sure that it's safe to move forwards. And I'm just going to steer away from the curb, back into a straight line, centre right mirror to overtake the parked car, keeping again about a metre's distance between me and the car, maintaining my road position again because there's another parked car, and then centre mirror left mirror to come back to the curb. I'm going to turn left at the end of the road.
Left at the end of the road, please.
So centre mirror left mirror signal downwards. My brakes go on. I'm going to be back at first gear at the end of the road, steering to the left as well because I can't see into the mouth of the new road. So now I can see and it's all safe. Again, looking in the left, steering left, make sure I'm staying a metre of distance. Back to second, quick check my centre mirror, my right mirror for a speed bump that's ahead, and the examiner's asked me to take the next road on the right.
Next road on the right, please.
So centre mirror, right mirror signalling upwards. Okay, there's vehicles heading towards me now. I'm just going to wait in the centre area, going back to first gear, and I'm going to secure the vehicle just in case we get hit from behind. So the new road I'm heading into is Mayfield Drive. Again, just making sure it's safe to proceed, release the handbrake, steering into the new road, and then steering back again. And the examiner's going to ask me to stop just after the next car on the left.
Just after the next car on the left, can you stop?
So centre mirror, left mirror, going to signal to benefit the actions of others. Again, I'm going to wait in a pace that's not illegal or inconvenient to anybody. So clutch down, brakes on, handbrake neutral. So I'm not parked across anybody's driveway, I'm not really close to the mouth of a junction, and I can be seen at all times. Now the examiner's going to ask me to turn the vehicle around to face the opposite direction.
Can you turn the vehicle around to face the opposite direction?
So I'm going to go into first gear, I'm going to be a clutch up to the biting point, I'm going to check all my blind spots, finishing over my right side because that's the direction that I'm going to be travelling, and I'm going to drive the car at 1 mile an hour, so I'm going to keep my clutch foot perfectly still. I'm going to steer really briskly until I get to the centre of the road, and then I'm going to look right and left to see if it's safe to continue. If it is, I'm going to take the curb now underneath the bonnet, and then it's going to reappear by my side door, and then I'm going to go clutch down, brakes on, secure the vehicle. Now I'm just going to have a look to see if there's anybody coming, which there isn't. If they were, they would have space to come behind me. I'm going to go into reverse. My clutch is coming up to the biting point. I'm going to check my right shoulder first all the way around to the left. I need to finish looking over the left because that's where the danger is. I'm looking out the back window as I have dropped the handbrake, steering briskly to the left. Again, the moment I get to full lock, I should be on full lock before the centre of the road. I change my observations over to the right hand side so that I don't hit the curb, and then I just secure the vehicle. And then I go back into first gear, clutch up to the biting point, have a good old look round, still nobody coming. Going to release the handbrake, steer to the right, and the examiner says turn right at the end of the road please.
Turn right at the end of the road, please.
So it's the centre mirror, the right mirror signal upwards. I'm going to go back to first gear again. My road position is just to the left of the centre line. I'm going to be emerging in first, but I'm actually going to secure the vehicle because there's parked cars to my left and to my right, and then also a learner car heading towards us. So there's space after the car on the right hand side and there's space after the car on the left. There's nothing coming from the crossroads directly ahead. So clutch comes up, do my steering to the right, steer to the left, get back towards the meter's distance to the curb, centre mirror, right mirror as I exit, and just make sure my signal's cancelled itself. Again, speed bumps ahead, so just centre mirror, right mirror to make sure it's safe to go over the speed bump. I've also got a meeting situation ahead, but it's quite a wide road. Centre mirror, left mirror to come back to the curb. And the instructor has asked, the examiner has asked me to turn right at the roundabout.
Right at the roundabout, please.
So I can see the roundabout sign ahead. It's the centre mirror, the right mirror is signalling upwards. I've just gone past the Sion Wellness Centre. And I'm at the junction of Beacon Road. So I can't see into the new road. I'm heading towards Garton Road. I can't see into the new road. So now I can, and I'm just going to move the car forwards. Steering to the right, steering to the left, and then centre mirror, right mirror as I exit. Going speed bumps ahead, so just centre mirror, right mirror before changing my speed. Going over the speed bumps at approximately 10 miles an hour. The examiner asked me to turn left at the end of the road.
Turn turn left at the end of the road.
So another speed bump coming, so centre mirror, right mirror to slow down. I'm not going to signal too early now because Barton Street is to my immediate left, and that's not the instruction that was given by the examiner. So I'm then going to check my centre mirror and my left mirror. I'm going to signal downwards. I'm going to come off the gas. I'm going to slow the car down to approximately 5 miles an hour, and then I'm going to steer into the new road in first gear. So clutch up to halfway, steering into the new road. So to the left, then to the right. And the examiner just asked me to pull over again on the side of the road in a safely and convenient place, please.
Can you pull over to the side of the road in a safe and convenient place, please?
So centre mirror, left mirror signalling downwards. Again, there's a pedestrian on our immediate right hand side waiting to cross. Clutch goes down, brakes go on. And ask to secure the vehicle in the usual way. Just press in.